Hello friends, nice to see you again at Yenti Malinowska channel. If we hear the word desert, maybe what we imagine in our minds is a vast, barren place, full of sand, and almost no life. But, did you know that the desert actually holds many interesting secrets? Behind the scorching heat of the sun during the day, and the piercing cold of the night, it turns out that there are amazing animals that can survive in their unique ways. Some can keep water in their bodies, some hide under the sand, some can even live without drinking for days. Well, in this video we will explore who are the inhabitants of the tough and amazing desert. So, prepare yourself for an adventure, because we will get to know more about the great animals that live in one of the most extreme places in the world. As the first animal that we will discuss in the desert, let's start with one of the most famous and scariest inhabitants, namely the venomous snake. Behind its sinister reputation, venomous snakes actually have an important role for the desert ecosystem. They help control small animal populations such as mice and lizards, so that the balance of nature is maintained. Interestingly, venomous snakes in the desert have an amazing way of adapting. Some can hide behind the sand to avoid the scorching heat, some hunt at night when the temperature is cooler. They can not only be weapons, but also as a way to survive in a harsh environment. Well, let's get to know this silent ruler of the desert more closely. The first one is the Mojave serpent or Crotalus scutellatus. This snake lives in the southwestern United States desert, including California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, and in parts of Mexico. This snake prefers dry shrub habitats and often hides under rocks, among bushes, or in rodent burrs. The Mojave snake has a diamond-like pattern on its back. They have a variety of colors ranging from greenish-gray, olive green, to light brown, which helps them camouflage with the desert environment. This snake has a distinctive wave-led tail that produces a loud creaking sound as a warning. Another distinguishing feature is the bright line that runs from the eye to the corner of the jaw. The Mojave rattlesnake has a can that is considered one of the most dangerous among all rattlesnakes in America. Usually contains two main components. The first component is neurotoxin. This toxin attacks the nervous system, directly causing severe neurological symptoms such as blurred vision, difficulty speaking, muscle weakness, and in severe cases can cause respiratory paralysis. The neurotoxin effect can appear a few hours after the bite, which gives the impression that the bite is not too serious. Then the second component is hematoxin. This component damages tissues and blood cells, causing swelling, pain, and bleeding around the bite area. The Mojave rattlesnake is usually active at night, especially when the desert temperature drops. This snake is an ambush hunter who patiently waits for its prey, consisting of small rodents, lizards, and birds. This snake will hiss and wag its tail when it feels threatened, but if the provocation continues, this snake will attack quickly. The next snake is the venomous snake with sasake, which is included in the genus Echis. The genus Echis consists of several species of sawdust venomous snakes found in dry regions throughout Africa, the Middle East, and South Asia. They live in various desert and semi-desert habitats, including sandy, rocky areas, even near human settlements. Saw-scale snakes generally have a relatively small size, ranging from 30 to 75 centimeters. Even though it is small, this snake has a burly body. The color varies greatly from gray, brown, to red, and often has complex patterns. Their characteristic is a row of inclined and jagged scales on the side of their body. This snake has a very deadly hematoxin and causes severe effects on the victim. This effect includes coagulopathy, which can interfere with the blood clotting process, which causes massive and uncontrolled internal bleeding. In addition, this type of snake can also cause kidney failure. This damage occurs due to bleeding and toxins. Then there is also necrosis, which is tissue damage around the bite that often occurs and can be severe. The name saw scales comes from the way this snake produces warning sounds. When feeling threatened, this snake will rub its body quickly, producing a loud and hoarse hissing sound, a behavior known as stridulation. This snake is very aggressive and can attack quickly. The large number of bite cases in India is caused by this snake because of its widespread and often near humans. In addition to the two snakes above, there is also the Sahara horned snake, which also has a very strong and dangerous can. The Sahara horned snake is an endemic animal in the North African deserts, including the Sahara Desert and parts of the Arabian Peninsula. These snakes live in hot sandy environments and often hide under the surface of the sand. This snake generally has a medium size with a burly body and sand-colored scales, which gives an excellent camouflage. The most prominent feature of this snake is a pair of horns that protrude above its eyes, although some individuals may also not have horns. This snake also moves in a typical way, called sidewinding, which is a sideways movement that allows it to move quickly on loose sand. This snake is a hemotoxin that causes swelling and necrosis around the bite. Although the bite is painful, it is rarely fatal to humans if treated quickly. However, of course this snake bite still needs immediate medical treatment. The Sahara horned snake is a nocturnal predator that is very good at ambushing its prey. This snake can bury itself in the sand, leaving only its eyes and horns visible, waiting for its prey. Sahara horned snakes will usually prey on lizards and rodents that pass by. They use sidewinding movements to move quickly and effectively over hot sand surfaces. The fourth type of snake that lives in the desert is the western diamond rattlesnake. This snake inhabits the deserts and grasslands of the southwestern United States and Mexico. This snake can adapt well in various desert environments. The western diamond rattlesnake is one of the largest rattlesnakes in North America. This snake has a striking diamond pattern along its back, with colors ranging from gray, brown, or black. Its tail is marked with a distinctive black and white ring. This snake has a large triangular head shape. The western diamond serpentine has a very deadly can and is especially usually hemotoxin. This snake bite can cause extreme pain, swelling, internal bleeding, and severe tissue damage. This snake is a tough and solitary predator. They hunt prey in the form of rodents, lizards, and small birds. This snake uses camouflage to hide itself and a keen sense of touch to detect prey. The rattling sound of its tail can be heard from a considerable distance, functioning as a predator and other threats. Last but not least is the Sahara sand snake. This snake is an endemic animal in North Africa and the Sinai Peninsula. Sahara sand snakes live in sandy habitats and sand dunes in the region. The Sahara sand snake has a small size, usually around 30 centimeters, and can grow up to 50 centimeters. This snake has a color that resembles desert sand, so it is very difficult to see. Like other snakes, the Sahara sand snake has a hemotoxin, but its bites are rarely fatal to humans. However, it still needs medical attention to treat the bite. Sahara sand snakes are active hunting at night. During the day, this snake buried itself in the sand, leaving only its eyes and nose on the surface. This snake ambushes its prey, which mostly consists of lizards and geckos, by waiting for them to pass. These snakes adapt very perfectly in harsh desert environments. They use their ability to bury themselves as an effective method of defense and hunting. After discussing the venomous snake, now we turn to another animal that is no less famous as a desert dweller, namely the scorpion. With a small body, a strong head, and a poisonous tail, scorpions are often considered scary. But do you know? This animal has actually existed since hundreds of millions of years ago and is one of the ancient creatures that still survives today. They have a unique way of life, such as hiding under rocks or sand to avoid the heat during the day, then going out to hunt at night. Let's get to know more about this tough desert survivor. Some of the scorpions that are known to be dangerous living in the desert are the bark scorpion, the fat-tail scorpion, and the deathstalker scorpion. Although the sting from most scorpions is not deadly, the venom of these types is very dangerous, especially for children and adults with certain conditions. First, let's talk about the Arizona bark scorpion. The Arizona bark scorpion is the most venomous scorpion species in North America and is widely found in the Sonora Desert in Arizona and Mexico. They prefer a humid and cool place. They often hide under rocks or cracks in the bark of trees that are the reason for their names. The Arizona bark scorpion has a relatively small body, with a maximum length of only 6.4 centimeters. This scorpion has a yellowish-brown body, with a slightly darker back. They have a very long and slender head. This scorpion does not use a cap to catch prey, but directly uses its sting. In addition to these characteristics, the Arizona bark scorpion also has a slender tail. This scorpion often carries its tail that is curved to the side, not on its back like other scorpions. Arizona bark scorpions have a very strong poison and are neurotoxins, which affect the nervous system. The sting can cause severe pain, numbness, tingling, and vomiting in adult humans. Although it is rarely fatal to healthy adults, the sting can be very dangerous for children, the elderly, or those with a history of heart disease. This animal is active hunting at night. The bark scorpion is an ambush predator that uses its venom to paralyze prey such as small insects. They are also known to be good at climbing and can enter the house through small cracks. The second scorpion that we will discuss is the fat-tailed scorpion. The fat-tailed scorpion has the genus Androctonus. The genus Androctonus includes several species of scorpions known as the fat-tailed scorpion. They are found in dry regions throughout North Africa, the Middle East, and up to India. This scorpion has several physical characteristics. They have a medium-sized body, with the length of some species can reach 10 centimeters. The color varies greatly between black and brown, depending on the species. Its distinctive feature is its thick and strong tail, which is the origin of its scientific name. The scientific name is Androctonus, which means human killer in Greek. Fat-tailed scorpions have a slender and small head, which shows that they rely more on venom than physical strength. The fat-tailed scorpion has a very powerful neurotoxin, affecting the nervous system and the heart. This toxin can cause organ failure and paralysis, and can even cause death in humans. This scorpion is very aggressive and fast, making it one of the most dangerous scorpion species in the world. They are nocturnal predators that ambush prey, such as insects and spiders. The third scorpion is the deathstalker scorpion, which we also discussed in the previous video. But are the Amazon deathstalker scorpion different from the desert scorpion? Let's discuss it in this video. Amazon deathstalker scorpion and desert deathstalker scorpion are not the same species, and actually the original deathstalker scorpion with the scientific name Liurus quinquestriatus is only found in the desert. The term deathstalker Amazon does not refer to a scientifically recognized species of scorpion, but is more likely one of the wrong terms to describe a different species of venomous scorpion that comes from the Amazon rainforest region in South America. Let's compare the two terms. The desert deathstalker scorpion with the species Liurus quinquestriatus lives in deserts and dry shrubs in North Africa, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. Its habitat includes the Sahara Desert, Arabian Desert, and Thar Desert in Pakistan and India. The desert deathstalker scorpion has a golden yellow body that helps it camouflage in a sandy environment. They have a slender tail and a very venomous sting. The poison is very strong and dangerous for humans, especially children and the elderly. This scorpion is active at night and spends the day hiding under rocks or other animal buds to avoid the heat. The Amazon scorpion is a different species that lives in the Amazon, which does not have a desert climate, but a humid rainforest. The scorpion there has adapted to a completely different environment. There are several species of venomous scorpions that live in South America, including in the Amazon region. One of the most famous is from the genus Titius. Some species such as Titius cerulatus or Brazilian yellow scorpion are very venomous, and they can cause serious problems in humans. The term Amazon deathstalker likely appeared due to confusion between the notoriously deadly desert scorpion Liurus quinquestriatus and a species of scorpion that is equally deadly but comes from the Amazon rainforest. This confusion often occurs due to several factors. In the trade of exotic pets, interesting names are often used, which can cause confusion between different species. The term deathstalker became a common name for certain scorpions, so people sometimes mistakenly use it for other species that are considered dangerous. Furthermore, these two types of scorpions live in very different environments, namely dry deserts and humid rainforests, so it is biologically impossible to be the same species. In addition to scorpions, deserts are also inhabited by other small animals that are no less interesting, namely spiders. Although its size is relatively small, the black widow spider has a venom that is strong enough to paralyze its prey. They usually hide in sand holes or rock crevices, then wait for their prey to pass by patiently. This adaptation is what makes the black widow spider able to survive in the harsh desert environment, where food and water are very limited. Come on, let's take a closer look at the lives of these silent hunters. The black widow spider is a common name for various species of spiders belonging to the genus Latrodectus. This spider is famous for its venomous bite and red hourglass marks on its belly. Despite its scary reputation, a bite from a black widow spider is rarely fatal to a healthy adult human. The female black widow spider has a shiny, jet black body, with red, orange, or yellow hourglass-shaped marks on her lower abdomen. Its body size, including its legs, can reach 3.8 centimeters. Male black widow spiders are much smaller than females and have a younger color, such as gray or brown, with small red spots. They are generally harmless to humans because the poison is not strong enough to cause significant damage. The baby black widow spider is white or pale yellow. Black widow spiders are found in temperate regions around the world, including in deserts. They prefer to make nests in dark and remote places such as near the ground in an undisturbed area, inside a man-made structure, and a place protected from the weather. Black widow spider venom contains a neurotoxin called lactotoxin. This toxin affects the nervous system, causing symptoms such as eczema pain, stiffness and muscle spasms, nausea, and excessive sweating. The bite of a female black widow spider can be dangerous to humans, but the bite of the male is insignificant. This spider is not aggressive, it only defends itself if it feels threatened and cornered. Although it has the potential to cause serious complications, especially in young children and the elderly, black widow spider bites are rarely fatal if treated medically immediately. The black widow spider makes a messy and irregular web of sticky silk fibers. They often hang upside down in the center of their nets to wait for prey. The main food of black widow spiders is insects, such as flies, mosquitoes, grasshoppers, and beetles. The name black widow comes from the myth that female spiders always eat their mates after mating. However, research shows that this behavior rarely occurs in the wild and more often occurs in laboratory environments. After discussing small animals such as spiders, now we move on to the desert inhabitants that are easier to see, namely lizards. This animal is very famous for its ability to adapt in hot and dry environments. Some types of lizards can even run very fast on hot sand. There are also those that are able to store energy reserves in their bodies to survive without food for a long time. With body shapes and colors that often resemble the surrounding environment, lizards are one of the best examples of how animals adapt to survive in the desert. First, let's talk about the Gila monster lizard or Heloderma suspectum. This lizard has desert habitats in the southwest United States and northwestern Mexico, including the Mojave, Sonoran, and Chihuahua deserts. This lizard is heavy and sluggish, with skin that has a black and pink or orange bead pattern that serves as a warning to predators. They have a fat tail to store nutrients. Gila monster lizard is one of the most venomous lizard species in the world. The venom is excreted from the lower jaw gland and enters the victim through the groove in his teeth when biting. The bite is very painful, but this lizard is very non-aggressive and rarely poses a serious threat to humans. This lizard spends most of its life underground to avoid the heat. They hunt at night or when the temperature is lower, by preying on eggs and small mammals. The second lizard is dab or Euromastix. This lizard lives in deserts and semi-deserts in North Africa, the Middle East, and South Asia. The dab lizard has a burly body, with a thorny tail that is used as self-defense. The skin is thick, armored, and sand-colored, which provides protection from heat and helps camouflage. Some species of this lizard can grow up to 1 meter. Dab lizard is a tough herbivore and can survive with little water and only relies on desert plants. They live in a hole and can move very quickly when they feel threatened. The next lizard that we will discuss is the Australian thorn-lead lizard. As the name suggests, the Australian thorny lizard has a habitat in deserts in central Australia. This lizard is filled with sharp and large spines from its head to tail, which serves to protect itself from its natural predators. The thorny lizard has a unique adaptation to drinking water. Rainwater that drips on its body will flow through small grooves in its skin to its mouth. The main food of prickly lizards is ants. So those are some amazing animals that are able to survive in the desert, ranging from venomous snakes, scorpions, spiders, to lizards. Hopefully this story will make us more amazed by the way animals adapt in extreme nature. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and share, okay? And write in the comment column what animal do you think is the most interesting. You can also give advice, approximately what animals or habitats are fun for us to discuss in the next content. See you in the next video, and keep the spirit of exploring the animal world with me, Yenti Malinowska. See you in the next video, bye bye.